What the president said about the auto industry's future in his State of the Union address, Penske Automotive Group's fourth quarter net income, and which U.S. vehicles are included in Honda's recall. Good morning, I'm Kristen Strakalaitis. Welcome to First Shift. More on those stories in a moment, but first, if Toyota has some of your personal information, it's now more secure thanks to a white hat hacker. The 29-year-old hacker hobbyist let the automaker know he gained read and write access to 14,000 corporate Toyota email accounts and related confidential documents. The automaker says there was no malicious access and closed the breach. Toyota's Connected North America's senior communication manager says, quote, "Toyota takes cyber threats very seriously. We regularly test our systems and also run a coordinated disclosure program to allow security researchers to report vulnerabilities." The U.S. could see a production boost of semiconductors, electric vehicles, batteries, and more. This is according to President Biden during his State of the Union address at the nation's capital earlier this week. The president used part of his speech to tout major legislation achieved during his first 2 years in office, like the bipartisan CHIPS and Science Act.
Today's automobiles need 3,000 chips, each of those automobiles. But American automobiles couldn't make enough cars because there weren't enough chips. Car prices went up, people got laid off, so did everything from refrigerators to cell phones. We can never let that happen again. That's why we came together to pass the bipartisan CHIPS and Science Act.
He also touched on the more recent Inflation Reduction Act passed by Democrats last year. The act aims at boosting U.S. manufacturing of EVs and batteries, and it includes manufacturing tax credits for battery cells and modules produced in the U.S. with federal incentives for consumers. Turning to Penske Automotive Group's fourth quarter revenue, the group reported its net income declined 4.3% to $299.3 million, while revenue for the quarter climbed 11% to $7 billion. The auto retailer blamed foreign currency exchange for reducing its net income and revenue. Penske also says its net income dipped due to lower average gross profits for each new and used vehicle sold. For those of you living in the U.S., you may be able to look forward to Subaru providing more EV and hybrid options in the near future. The automaker says it will be ramping up its electrified offerings by 2025. The rollout will lean on Subaru's partnership with Toyota. This will be in addition to its Solterra crossover, which is Subaru's only full electric vehicle in its lineup. The automaker says it wants to derive 40% of its global sales from battery electrics and hybrids by 2030 and apply electrification to all models in the early 2030s. If you drive a Honda Fit hatchback or HR-V crossover, it could be part of Honda's 114,000 U.S. vehicle recall. The recall covers Honda Fit hatchbacks from model years 2018 through 2020 and HR-V crossovers from 2019 through 2022. The automaker says this is due to rear-view cameras that may not display images when the engine is started with a key because of a design error in the audio display power circuit. No injuries or deaths related to the issue have been reported, and dealers were notified February 3rd. Owners will be notified starting March 13th. Thanks for watching. Be sure to go to autonews.com for more news, and don't forget to follow us on Twitter at @first_shift. Have a great day, and we'll see you next time.